And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He is the NFL's leader in rushing yards to this point in the season. And if he can replicate or even surpass the production that he had over the first half of the year, he's going to have a good chance to take home the title. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down the left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's got some space here. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's 21-3. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now back to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Fielded at the 20.
13 yards, the tally on the return there. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And now out comes Minnesota.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
He juked him.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 52 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And they'll keep leaning on the running. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the right side, caught by Green. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Steelers.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3.
Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side, complete. That's Wolf. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 28-yard line.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's
Automatic
right in
first
front
down.
of him. He has to watch it move first.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's a give up the middle. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
He'll drop to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wolf.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call,
Automatic
mark off the
first down.
5, and keep it moving.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion.
Incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown's going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it a total shutout, but hey, if you don't give up touchdowns, you got a heck of a chance to win.
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This is caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Fighting to stay upright. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward.
Holding, offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the 1st down against our defense by that decision.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Here's 3rd and 7. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Steelers send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wolf. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wolf. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They're going to look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Steelers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.